This video is an unboxing on the Le Bonville full wrap chaps. They are from Bailey's. They are out on the West Coast. The number is LW850. Le Bonville full wrap chaps. They are 6-ply Kevlar. These in particular are extra long and they are green. In this box is a paperweight. I'm going to do a video on it. It's unique. Well, Bailey's part number is LW850, but on here is an 850 KP. Probably doesn't mean anything, or not to us anyway. They do have it in red here, XL, 40-inch overall. I thought 36 might be too short. Yes, I'm 34 in length. Some of the reviews, they might run a tad short. We'll see. They send you a catalog. Receipt. Premium professional chaps. I went with the green, but if you're working around a crew and machinery, it's probably a good idea to go with the bright color. There's the bright colors. I think there's a good safety aspect to wearing those. And a list of 26 safety warnings and precautions that should be observed when wearing safety pants or chaps and using a chainsaw. My first guess is half of these, or probably more than half of these, is common sense. Well, the full wrap part comes around above the ankle. I kind of like that. Cordura is on both sides. Let's see what the tag looks like. Here's the tag. Made in the USA. Well, you gotta like that. Protective material is 56.9% polyester, 33.7 polypropylene, and 9.4% Kevlar. Outer shell is 1000 denier Cordura. Nylon with 1.5 ounce urethane coating. Well, that might keep the sawdust from clinging to it and the oil. Extra long. The tough Kevlar fabric will block and cause more rapid stopping of chainsaw should the unexpected happen. It is not represented as a shield against damage, but as an aid to help prevent more severe damage. Hand wash, line dry, do not iron, do not dry clean. Manufactured by Le Bonville Clothing Manufacturing, located in Gorham, New Hampshire. They're proud of them. Le Bonville Incorporated, made in USA. I like that. That's a nice touch. Now we'll see how for the fit. Again, on the fit, I'm 34 is on the long side. Sometimes 32 is just barely a good fit. Probably closer to 33. It sounds like 40 is long, but I didn't want to get them too short. And again, the waist on the fit, the waist belt is supposed to be worn above your waist belt on your pants. So there's a couple of inches there. I'm going to show you the buckles and how it's fitting. The fit to me is perfect. Heavy duty buckles. In the front they're riding right above my main belt. Buckles are extremely heavy duty. You can just cinch that down as tight as you want it. Just pull out on it. She's loose. So that's a pretty neat feature. I'm sure that's characteristic of all the buckles though. Bottom buckle. The easiest way is to just pull it on back around towards the front. Then you can twist it back around where it belongs. They leave a little tail on here. Then you can just snug it up. My mid calf's about here. So they're coming right to about mid calf. And if you wear taller boots, of course you can adjust them for as tight a fit as you like around your boots. I don't have my proper boots on, but on the length, again, we'll talk length. What's comfortable for me, pant-wise, is a 34. 34 slightly on the long size. If they had a 38, I would have bought a 38. I'm gonna take my shoes off, show you where they ride. They ride right on top of my instep. They're not too long, and I was worried about them being too long, because it ain't like something you're going to throw in the washer and hope it shrinks a little bit. I think 38 would have been on the short side. But they are a good fit. Extremely nice heavy duty buckles. Well made stitching. I won't tell the price. I don't think it's fair or may not be ethical to give prices. I'm not even sure if YouTube likes that or not. So just go to their website and dig into it. The prices do vary with the sizing, but I feel like it's a perfect fit. For additional information, I do have these on over heavy duty pants. These are on over Duluth work pants that are fleece lined. They're not a thin summer type work pants. And there probably is a breaking into them. And I am glad to read that there's some kind of a coating on this. Your pants get so filthy when you're chainsawing all day. Real fine wood dust, oil. You know, after a day or two, they're just covered with it. This should wipe right off. You could either brush it off and maybe blow it off with an air hose. Here's the chart again. Just as you know, I bought the extra long 40s. I'm going to lay these out and measure them in about a minute. I just want you to look at this again. Now, these are the full wrap. Now, these guys are wearing theirs on the short side. Reading some of the forums online, some of the guys like them like that, and some of them prefer them really crowding the instep down there as much as they could get them. So, just want to tell you, there's a website online, and I just discovered it a couple days ago. I won't post it because the images are extremely graphic. They're chainsaw injuries. Go to Google and punch in chainsaw injuries, and you'll see some photos there. Some very unfortunate people from the face to the leg, and some of those thigh injuries. They're really bad. There's no way I'd post the photos on YouTube. You'll have to go to it and look for it. But if you see them injuries, it's pretty convincing. And who knows how they happen. You slip and you fall, your fingers on the throttle, it's wide open. Who knows? But there's a lot of statistics on some of this. There's millions of dollars spent on medical costs and lost time per year just in America on chainsaw injuries. There's another website that sells chainsaw pants and chaps, and I can't find it offhand. It has a more detailed view on chainsaw injuries. It's just a chart. Shows the guys, it's an outline of a pants and a waist, and it has the number of chainsaw incidents in so many years, and by far most injuries are in the thigh area, and that's where I've had all my close calls, is right on top of the thigh. That's just been my experience. Like I say, I put this purchase off too long. They are a lot of money. They're on the high side compared to some of the cheaper ones. But do your research. Go to YouTube. There's plenty of web or YouTube videos that are going to buy these and destroy them. But you'll find some of the cheaper chaps at full throttle, it did tear through it, engage the Kevlar, but before it stopped it, it dug into the wood a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch deep. On YouTube, Bailey's has a video, and they did check the 850s. And the 850s, the regular 850 KP and the full wrap W850 KP is 6 layer of Kevlar at wide open throttle, and I think it was a high horsepower Husqvarna chainsaw. It did stop the chainsaw before it hit the wood underneath, so it did deliver full protection. Now we're going to lay these out and measure them. Like I said, they're supposed to be 40 inches. Let's just see how they measure them. If you're looking into buying a pair of chaps, or if you previously owned a pair, you probably already know that they're measured from top to bottom. And these are extra long at 40 inches. We've got our measure at the top of the waist belt, and I pulled them tight a few times just to kind of get some of the folds and bends out of them. And I'm right there at 40 inches. There's still a couple of creases, but they're not bad. So when they say 40 inches, they mean 40 inches. I'm going to show you how I measured mine. This is the instep, supposedly right in the middle of it. Some chainsaw operators, they don't want their chaps down this low. They will bunch up on the kind of boots they wear. And if you get them this long, and if you're wearing boots that won't let them go down this far, they'll bunch up here. And when chaps bunch, they're going to bunch up around your knee, and some of them, they don't like that feel. So some of them want them high to not have this issue. That's not what I wanted. I wanted mine to fit, to come right down to here as low as I could get them. Because a lot of times I won't wear really tall boots. I'll wear 6 inch like a hiking type boot. I know it's not chainsaw approved, but so measure your instep wherever you want them to come, roughly in here, and keep in mind they may not get down that far because of the type of boots you're going to wear. So I'm going to hold it right here. I'm going to hook it right on this thread right here, and then I'll be pulling up a little bit. And then I'm going to come up. Now I've got to move my camera up. But that's where it's going to be. My index finger is on the top of my belt. It's right at 39. So that's going to bring me up about an inch above my belt line. My belt's here, here's 40 inches. I thought, well, if they are exactly 40 inches, they're going to be perfect. And that's where they're coming out. So you can adjust your fit. And keep in mind, this belt here, for the waistline, that's a 2-inch wide nylon strap here. If you tuck your shirt in and you're working in the summer, it's up above their belt and cinch it at least snug enough so it keeps a lot of debris from getting down your pants, between your pants and your shirt. But that's purely up to you, is how you want to wear them. And it needs to be taken into consideration on how you do your sizing. I have to make note of the obvious quality that is shown in these chaps. Here's the back side of our strap. That's at least 2 inches here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of stitching, and end stitching here. 2 heavy-duty rows of stitching for one of the buckles. This black seam protector, or I'm not sure what the proper term for that would be, but it's got real nice stitching on it. They're just extremely well made. I just hope I don't destroy them, but if I destroy them, that means they've saved my leg. That's the price you pay for saving a leg. Well, good luck out there, and run your chainsaw safely. And thank you for watching.